lab, or you should say the basic objective of this lab is to represent those signals, or to represent those signals in simulation. That means we will be using MATLAB for doing the simulation. So basically we'll try to represent those signals and try to do operations on those signals and try to see how the signals and systems works. And basically we're trying to uh, solve, it's like do some problems regarding the signal system, maybe few problems, maybe few of the hypotheses that has been taught in theory classes. Those will be those who will try to prove here or try to see how those things works. So basically we will try to simulate the things that you are learning in signal systems, and few of those things we'll try to do in this lab. Basically we'll try to simulate those things or try to represent those signals in MATLAB and try to do operations, different operations. So have you heard the shifting, then time shifting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So all those things, maybe in the second lab, you'll be learning those time. How can we represent a signal in MATLAB? Then how, if we apply the time shifting, how it is shifting, we can see all those things in MATLAB. So basically that is the idea. And you can see this total 7.75 credit lab and total marks will be 75. I have given the tentative marks distribution. So we'll be having 4 labs. Among those 4 labs, there will be there will be in attendance, you'll be getting 12 marks, 3 marks in each lab, and performance, class performance. Okay, for class performance, it depends how it will be evaluated. Okay, one thing is that during the class, you can be asked few questions that can be considered partial marks for your class performance. And another is that after the lab, like after the lecture of the lab finished or during the lecture of the lab, maybe you'll be given one task, maybe you'll be given 10 to 15 minutes or some few, you'll be given few tasks, and you'll do that thing and upload in the Google Classroom. The time will be given automatically, and one assignment will be created, and you need to submit during the class time. So that is one part of your class performance, and obviously being active in the class is another one. And also maybe we'll be asking questions in student ID wise or something like that. Okay, whatever. Then in lab report, in every before the lab, like say we are studying on Monday, maybe on within Sunday we have to submit the last lab report, and we'll create an assignment. You need to submit the lab report and show how you should submit the lab report, and maybe I'll upload one sample for that one, and I have given that thing in section other 3 sections already, but I will be giving you 2. Another thing is the lab quiz and lab viva. We have there will be quiz of 15 marks, and thing is that that can be a few theoretical things can be included. There can be few codes, but that will be obviously in can be in handwritten form. And the viva, okay, so in viva, the thing that we have, the lab quiz questions or your script will be considered as a material for your viva, and also other things will be also included in viva. And you can see in viva it is almost more than 30% marks is there, so in lab viva. So that is very important. And also you can see attendance, class performance, and report are very common thing that you can acquire directly 36 marks. Another thing is that for the lab report, do not try to copy. Obviously it will be coding thing, and you will submit, you will prepare the lab report in Google in Microsoft Doc, and after that you should convert that to PDF. I'll give you the instruction. But it is very easy to find out who has copied from whom, and it is very easy nowadays. So do not try to copy, you lose your mark. So if I give an overview of the experiments, then in the first lab we'll give an overview of MATLAB. Galip sir will give the lecture, and you'll see that most of the thing you have already know. But for those who actually who are worried about MATLAB, or I do not know how to deal with MATLAB, so for those people you can start over from the beginning, And also for those who are expert, obviously few of you, maybe you are expert, even you may know better than us, obviously. But the things that we'll be needing in the whole lab, maybe we'll discuss those things from the beginning. And other experiments like shifting, scaling, time reversal, maybe you heard those name, and Fourier series, Fourier transform. In second lab we will do Fourier few problem, not directly problem basically. We'll try to see how to represent signal, how this is shifting, scaling, and reflecting. And also one theoretical thing about Fourier series, and that will be shown here. Other thing is in lab 3 Fourier transform, and lab 4 you'll be learning about sampling, aliasing, and convolution, deconvolution, all those things. So basically, this first lab MATLAB overview is I should say this will take some time, but other labs we'll try to know that whether the theories has been covered or not. So those things maybe those will not take that much time. But let's start our first lab on the MATLAB overview. So I will ask
Yes,
Galip sir,
I'm
please.
here. I'm here. Please, Rubil, allow me to share my screen. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, all of you. I hope you are doing well. Okay. About this semester. So I'm sharing my screen. So is it visible, Rubil?
Yes, sir.
Rubil?
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Now about the format, Rubil say that we will show you the format.
Galip bhai,
Yes.
can
Yes.
you please zoom out this one? Maybe this is,
Okay. Okay.
yes, yes,
Is it okay? Yes.
yes. Now it's
So okay, the thing is that here you can see that the your rules are say that during the class we will give you some like the assignment which you need to submit in the Google Classroom. We will create the assignment. You have to submit it through the Google Classroom. So please try to follow this format. I am showing the format in the Microsoft Word, and I will expect all of you will submit the Microsoft in the Microsoft Word. Or what you can do, you can just after doing it in the Microsoft Word, you can make it PDF. Okay, so that the content is like the fixed in its own position. Okay, so the thing is that the template is first you have to write your name, then student ID, then section, then the lab now. Like say for example, after the first lab, we will give you some class tasks. So this is the lab number. You will write your lab number and the number of tasks. Maybe we will give you 2 tasks or 3 tasks. So you will have to write the task number. Okay. And what you will do, you will have to write your own code in the M file. So after that, what you need to do, just okay, let me show it here because I think then go to the insert button. In my mouse, there is some problem. Double click. Okay, and you can see that the table has been inserted. Just copy your code and you can paste it here. Okay, is it okay? I think my one is not working correctly, but if you just copy it from the M file and paste it here, it will work automatically. I think there may be some problem right now. I don't know, but you have to submit it in this way. So what we can do, we can just copy your code from here and paste it in our own M file and see your output. Is it okay? You don't need to send us the M file. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the format. You also use this format to submit your lab report. Okay. So that it is very easy for us as well because it's just a Word file. So the thing, if we need to run it, we'll just copy and paste in our editor, and then we can run it. And as well as your reviews are always say that there are a lot of online plagiarism checker. Also, IoT they have built another online checker. So what we have to do, we have to just pass it through that checker and see the similarity between your words. Okay, so we are requesting as we are studying the MATLAB from the very beginning, so we are requesting all of you to come forward to learn it by yourself. Okay, so this course is designed in such a way that your lagging will be overcome if you go through it, if you ask question, if you have any problem, if you discuss that with us, I believe your shortcoming will be overcome. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So without further discussion or killing the time, I'm just go to the today's overview, lab overview. Okay. So is there any question about the summation? I think it's not, isn't it? Okay. So so let's start with the MATLAB editor. No, sorry, MATLAB interface. So I believe all of you are familiar about the MATLAB interface. 09, are you there? 09.
Yes, sir.
Yes, how are you?
Sir, fine, sir.
Okay. So I'm asking some question about the MATLAB interface. I believe you already did the lab in the numerical method and other. I think there are a lot of courses who introduce you about the interfaces of the MATLAB, isn't it? So, like, can you tell me what is the purpose of the current folder?
So from current folder, we can choose any file.
A bit louder, please. 09.
So we can choose files that we're going
Uh,
to.
yes, but exactly, can you tell me the more specifically what is the what is the main purpose of the current folder? Like, yes, you can choose the file from here, but what is the main purpose? We can choose the file in from another any other places of the MATLAB, but why we need to take the MATLAB directory to the current folder? Like if I write some M file, if I want to execute that, so my current so my directory, MATLAB directory should be the current folder, otherwise we cannot run it. Is it okay? 09.
So yes, sir.
Yes. Is it clear to all of you? So
Yes, sir.
so if you want to execute some code, you have to take your MATLAB to the current folder. Okay, so to that position of the code, otherwise you cannot run that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So this is the function of the current folder. So what is the purpose of the workspace? 09.
Sir, here we can see the values, the variables.
It will store the executed variable, not the only say for example, you have two variable. One is x, another is y. So if you execute the x will be stored in the workspace, and if you then after that, if you execute the y, then y will be
In the workspace.
in the workspace. Okay. So now, can you tell me how to clear the workspace?
Sir, there is a drop down button.
Okay, not about the drop down button. I want the command.
Uh, Clear all.
Yes, clear all. Clear all will clear all the variables in the workspace, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Okay. So, so what is the purpose of the command window?
Sir, here we generally write the code, sir.
Actually, this is a interactive GUI. You are writing the code,
No,
you are
sir,
seeing
sir.
the output, isn't it? It's not only the writing the code. In M file, you also able to write the code, but in the command window, actually, it is an interactive interface, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
You can see the output. You can see the you can enter the input. You can run the code from here. Everything you can go through the command window. Okay. So, what is the command for clear the command window?
CLC.
CLC, clear the command window. Okay. So other than that, in the MATLAB, you know the new script will create the script, or you can write the code. In the command window, each line of the code will be executed, and you will see the output in like the in one time. But in the script, all the codes will be executed, and the portion you want to see, that output will be shown, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, okay, let's go back to your class lecture. You can see that we have already discussed the interface of the MATLAB. Okay, then the what is the command window, current directory, workspace, command history. Command history means to where you can see your previous executed command, isn't it? And we have also discussed about the editor. But in the MATLAB, after 2018, you can see that the uh, after the script, you will see that the another button that is called the new live script. Okay, is there anyone who explored the new live script before?
No, sir.
So new live script is also a editor. I will demonstrate your code. You can see that this is the live script. Okay, so live script is that this is this is the command window feature that is added to the editor. You understand that here in case of live script, the feature of the command window. What is the command window? It will show you the output, isn't it? It is an interactive GUI, isn't it? The command window.
Yes, sir.
So that feature has been added to the editor. Why? Because you know that in case of presentation, you need to show the code in the same slide. Like this is a documentation. You can see that I can write the like the this is the this is the text document. This is the text document. This is the one block of the code. This is another block of the code. You can see that then I'm also giving a title. You are seeing that. So and
Yes, sir.
see that it is not running it, so I have to run by myself. Okay, so this is
Yes, sir.
written in the live script format. So this is a very new feature. This is very good for the presentation. Okay, demonstration. Is it okay? So you can demonstrate every line by line of your code. Is it okay? So this is
Yes,
a
sir.
very good feature of the new MATLAB. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
we have already discussed about the, and I believe all of you know this one. What is the purpose of CLC, clear all, close all? What is the purpose of the percentage size sign 09?
Sir, it is used for comments, sir.
Okay, if I use the double percentage sign, then what will it create? Can you tell me?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Yes, 88 Alvi. What will it create?
It creates a type of
Block.
block.
It will create a block of code, so that will be easily visualized. Like this block of code is your adder. This block of code is your subtractor. This block of code is your differentiator. You can put the title, isn't it? So
Yes, sir.
when you are doing a very large scale programming, so this block, this comment will help you. Like I can show you here in the editor. I can just open new, not simple script. You can see that just if I give 2%, it will create a block, isn't it? You can
Yes,
see.
sir.
And then if I give another 2%, it will create another block. So now I am in this block. So this is in the other color. So if I click, so this is in another block. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
So creating the block is an efficient way to represent your code, to understand your code, to like for your own future use. Okay. So this is the purpose of the percentage. Okay. So now about the help, you know that the help from the very fast keyword we have introduced you throughout your course from the first year to, like this is the 3 2. So this is the help command in the MATLAB, isn't it? So this is very good for documentation. Okay,
Yes,
now
sir.
about the variable and their declaration. You know the this is same as the C or other programming language. Your first character must be started with a letter. Then after that there will be combination of letter, numbers, and underscore. And then the you know that the variable declarations is code sensitive. And then you cannot use the built-in variable. Like you know that the pi is a built-in variable in the MATLAB, so you cannot give any variable name as pi, isn't it?
yes, sir.
Yes, as well as the I and J, they are used for the complex number, so you cannot use the I and J. And you know that the if you run in the workspace, the last executed command, if you write the answer, the type the answer, the it will display you the last executed command, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Thank you, 09. What is the next ID? I will go ID wise. Okay. Next ID after
So
09.
13.
13. Okay. Thank you, 09. 13. Now you will help me. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you know that the variable declaration. So here you are in this like the here. It is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
13. Okay. So here you can see that we are assigning some variable. Okay. So here we are assigning 10 to the x, isn't it?
Yes.
So I believe you have already gone through the programming language like C. You know that in case of C, in order to declare the variable, you have to type int x. Then you have to initialize the assign the variable, isn't it? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, sir.
But in case of MATLAB, in case of Python, like high level language, you don't need to declare the data type. It automatically understand the data type, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So what is the data type of y?
It's a complex.
It's a complex number. So what is the data type of m?
M is a string. Hello, hello. Yes, a string.
Yes, and v, what is the v?
It's matrix.
It's a matrix. It's a matrix, or we can say that it's a array, two dimension, like that. It's a matrix, or you can simplify a matrix using, you can say that it's an array, two-dimensional array, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So this is the, I believe all of you know about this stuff, but the thing is that why we are actually covering, the reason is that so that like I know that my 70 or 80% student know these things pretty well, okay, but I'm actually concerned about the 20%, as well as those who know. Actually, if we go through this stuff, your memory will be refreshed, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so don't feel bored. Okay. Okay, so there are some special thing in the MATLAB. So I believe 13, you already know about the function of the semicolon. So what is the purpose of the semicolon?
So
Can
at the
you,
end of the line, we put the semicolon so that we can
we
the
are
end of the
suppressing the
line.
result, suppressing the output of that line, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So command will be executed, but that line will not be showed in the command window, isn't it? So we are
Yes.
suppressing the output. And if I use the in the like the in a in between the line, like I can use the semicolon to define the rows of the matrix, isn't it? Here you can see in the code 2 or in the code 1, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me just use the annotation. Spotlight. Okay, so you can see that here I am using at the middle of the line, or you can see that the here the purpose of the semicolon is to use
Different rows.
different
Different.
rules. So okay, now if I run the very fast command, like the here is visible this line, this, that means this is this block. If I run this segment of the command, will it execute 13?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
No, sir.
Why?
So there is no semicolon at the end.
So so semicolon, if I put the semicolon at the end, that means I don't want to see the output. But
Oh,
I said whether this one will be executed or not.
so it will be.
It will be. What is the next idea? Please hang on, 13. Okay.
Okay, sir.
What is the next idea after 13?
Or 16.
Will it execute?
No, sir.
Why?
Because, sir, it's there will be integer.
Is there anyone who can give me the answer precisely?
Yes,
It will not
sir.
execute. Yes,
Yes,
There
sir.
please, Alvi.
Sir, oil.
the
Okay, okay. One, please, one be the volunteer. Is it 15? Who wants
Yes,
to
sir.
give the okay, 115? Okay.
Sir, the values of the matrix is not predefined. These are variables,
Not
not a
the
constant.
yes, the values of the variable is not the value of the matrix. The values of the variable is not defined. Like you know that I'm using the variable a11, a12, a13, a21, a22, a23, a31, a32, a33. These are the variables, isn't it? These are
Ye-
not the numerical value. These are variables.
Variables,
So
sir.
I need to declare the variable first. Otherwise, my this line of code will not
That,
executed. Here you can see, if I run this one, it will not run. Okay, see, unrecognized function or variable a all. Is it okay? So
yes,
you
sir.
can see that my next line, it is automatically executed, isn't it? Because here I am replacing the variable with the numeric value. Is it okay, 13?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so that means okay. Here you can see that for defining the matrix or for define or allocate or assign purpose, we are using the third bracket, isn't it? While we are defining the matrix or while we are assigning some value to the matrix, we are actually using the third
Third
bracket.
bracket.
Okay, and now if I say that I want to what is the value of x32, so you know that the x has 3 row and 4 column. So what is the value of x32?
13.
X32 is
13.
13. So here you can see that this is the x32 is 13.
13.
So for like the acquiring or for getting some value, okay, so you have to use the first bracket, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
For like the accessing some value, you are needing the first bracket. So now can you tell me the what is the purpose of the clone operator?
So what, sir?
Clone operator, last one is the
So
clone
colon.
yes, clone operator.
So we use it in the for loop
Yes, in the
um
for loop.
and also for vectors, I think.
So actually yes, so actually clone operator, it will it needs an start value, it needs an end value, and it needs an increment.
Increment.
So it will create a vector, isn't it?
Yes,
The
sir.
clone operator will create a one
Vector.
dimensional vector. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So in the first case, as I don't use any incremental value, it will increment through 1. And in the second case, actually here I am defining some increment value. What is that increment value?
Half.
0.5. So you can see that it is increment this way. Okay,
Yes.
is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now up to this, I believe it's okay, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Is there any question? Now this question is open to all. Is there any question up to the 4.4, like the bracket, comma, semicolon, and clone operator? If you have any question, you can ask me. Otherwise, we will proceed from the creating the matrix and vector.
No question, sir.
Okay. Thank you. 13. What is the next ID? 16, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 16. Thank you. You also give some answer. So let me choose the next ID. So what is the next ID after 16? Robil, are you there? Robiul,
Yes.
please mark the ID, those who are responding, because in the next class, very next class, we will start from the next IDs. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. So, what is the next ID?
So it's 34. Actually,
34.
33 is missing.
Okay. So 33 is so who is the CR for this section?
Sir, 93.
99, isn't it?
93.
99.
No, sir.
99 is here. Turjo. What happened to Turjo? 93.
Sir, I don't know. Sir, maybe his parents are COVID affected, sir.
তুর্যর বাবা কোভিড এফেক্টেড স্যার।
Okay. So how many students are there in this section? 93.
So 27.
27. That means almost. If I just exclude the Turjo, then that means 2 students are missing, isn't it?
Yes.
স্যার 33 হচ্ছে এতক্ষণ ছিল স্যার, নেট প্রবলেম করতেছে এখন নাকি?
Okay, and another one?
So maybe it's 147, sir. 16 bed.
So Robiul, please note that ID, okay?
Okay. Those who are giving the Viva, isn't it? Like those who
Yes,
are
as well as those who are actually missing today's class. So tell them to participate, okay? Otherwise, if you miss one lab, you know that there are like nine mark associated with one lab, isn't it? Attendance, class performance, and lab report. Okay, lab report you can do it later, but about the class performance and attendance, you will not get that. Okay. So for your own benefit, actually, please try to attend the lab, because there are 6 options. 3 for this week, and like our this session start in the last week. It started in the last week, isn't it? So
Yes,
you have 6 options. So if you miss this 6 options, it is very difficult for us to accommodate you again. Is it okay?
Okay, Galib bhai, 16 is here. I think has he participated?
Yes, 16 already
Okay,
participated.
I missed that part.
Okay. Okay, now 34. Okay. 34 about the creating the matrix in the MATLAB. Okay, so you know that you can actually define creating the matrix in this way. You have to separate the column by space or comma, and you have to separate the rows by semicolon. Okay, so I believe all of you know this one. Okay, now actually let's go to the generation of some special matrices. Okay, so I believe all of you know about the ones matrix, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Ones matrix. So in case of ones matrix, what will it created 34?
So it will create a matrix with array which is equal to every element 1, and the dimension of the matrix or the size will be the number of rows that there are and cross the number of C columns.
Okay. Now 34. If I just delete the C and only keep the R, will it execute?
So if you just delete the C, yes sir, it will be executed.
So how will be the dimension?
So the diamond, if you just delete the C sir, if you just keep the R,
Yes.
so it will be, so sir, no sir, it won't be generated because if you have to create a value of a column, and if there is no such column, that there wouldn't be such dimension.
Is there anyone who can give the answer correctly?
Yes, sir, I can.
It will.
Yes sir.
It will
It will.
execute and it will create a square matrix of dimension r by r.
R by R. Yes, it will execute and it will get. Actually, this is the silly mistake. Okay, 34. Don't be afraid of that. Actually, the thing is that in the MATLAB, you know that the once is a function, isn't it? It's a
Yes,
function. So here there is two argument. You can give the two argument or one argument. Okay. So if you give the only one argument, what will happen? It will by default take the C is equal to R. So what will it create? It will create a square matrix. Is it okay?
Yes sir.
So if you just you can see that if you just like the delete the C, still your same matrix will be executed. Okay. Why it takes so long? You can see now this is the R is equal to 2 and C is equal to 3. So this is the 2 by 3 matrix. So if you just delete C and execute again, then this will generate a square matrix. So here you can also see that the benefit of the live script, isn't it?
Yes.
This is the benefit of the live script. Okay, in case of command window, you have to execute this line again, but here you have to type this line again. Here, yes, obviously I have to execute that line again, but I didn't just rewrite this again. Okay. So this is the once matrix. So I believe already you know that if I execute this one, so this will create a matrix of R and C dimension of zeros, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what about this? Okay, I will discuss this one later. First, this one. What will this create? Number 13.
So this will create an identity matrix which is of square dimensions of value, the number of dimension that we take.
And it will be an identity. And what will be the diagonal of that identity matrix?
Diagonal will be 1 1 1.
So this will be a diagonal of the 1 1 1. Now, if I want to write an identity matrix, some sort of, and I don't want the diagonal 1 1 1 1. Okay, I want to create a diagonal matrix. So what will be the command? So here you can see that the upper line. So here you know that if you execute this one, actually you can see that here the diagonal matrix has been it's an identity matrix has been created. Now if I want a diagonal matrix, so this is the command, like instead of 1 1 1 1 in my diagonal, I want 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 5. So here how many, so I have to create a vector, okay, including all my diagonals, okay. So the diagonals is 1 2 3 4 5, and if I run this one, so actually you can see that the diagonal matrix has been created with placing 1 in the first, like the consecutive order, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So is there any question about how to create a diagonal matrix?
No, sir.
No. So this is useful, you know, that in some cases we don't need the identity matrix, we need a diagonal matrix, okay. So this is a very useful command. Another way is that, okay, you can create the first identity matrix and then you have to replace the 1 1 with the 1 1 2 with 2, sorry, 2 2 with 2, 3 3 is 3, 4 4 with 4, 5 5 is with 5. You can also create using that way, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, but this is the easier way, okay. Only 2 line of code will be executed. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now about the diagonal matrix, identity matrix, okay, random matrix. So you know that the random matrix is sometimes needed to generate the random number. So you know that there is two functions. One is rand, another is rand n. So rand is the uniform distribution and rand n is the normal distribution. Is it okay? So
Yes,
this
sir.
follow two type of distribution. Those who already know about the probability well, you understand that what do I mean by normal distribution and uniform distribution. Okay, so rand is the rand will generate a matrix with uniform distribution, and rand n will generate a matrix with normal distribution. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So okay, I can just execute this line. You can see that. Like here you can see that this R matrix has been generated with a uniform distribution, and uniform distribution is between 0 and 1. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now Montasir, I want to ask a question. Now if I want to generate a matrix which is distributed between the 10 and 11, so what I have to do?
So if I want, then we have to specify the values between 10 and 11.
How we can specify that variable? Because I have only two arguments, R and C. Here you can see that the normal matrix, random values matrix rand n has only two arguments, or even in case one argument, if you want to create a square matrix. So how we can generate the uniform distribution between 10 and 11?
So there is another function called rand I, as far as I can remember, which can take between integers. So are you talking about the integer 10 and 11 or?
No. The distribution between the 10 and 11. Uniform distribution between the 10 and 11. Like the integer between 10 and 11 is themselves, isn't it? 10 and 11 is the integer between
yes,
them.
sir, yes, sir.
I'm talking about here you are doing the distribution between the 0 and 1. I want to shift that to the 10 and 11. How can I do that? Some matrix operation. Just if you add 10 with this one, actually it will generate a random matrix that will space form between the actually there is a problem in now.
So we need to create a ones matrix.
No. You can see that. If I add 10, so lower bound will become 10 instead of 0, and upper bound will be 11 because the space is between them is 1, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So this is now a random matrix is generated between 10 and 11, uniform distribution, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. So this is how you can play with the matrix operation. Okay. So instead here, like this way, you can play with this. Like sometimes we need the random matrix between 10 and 11, between 14 to 15. Like you have to add the upper, you have to add the lower parameter, isn't it, of that matrix?
Yes.
Is it okay? And another thing is that in case of magic matrix, you know that the magic 5 means it will generate a square matrix with the sum of all the rows and all the columns are equal. Okay, so you can see that I'm just writing the sum. It will do the sum like the row wise. You can see that all of them are same. So if I do the sum with the column wise, I also get the 65. If I do the sum with the diagonal wise, I'll also get the 65. Is it okay? But remember that the magic only took one argument, like that it will always create the square matrix. Is it okay? 34. 34. Robiul, am I audible?
Huh.
Yes, sir. You are.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You are.
Okay, so 34, is it okay about the like the magic matrix?
Yes, sir. My internet got unstable, sir, so I couldn't.
Okay, it's okay. So that's why I'm asking the question whether it's your side problem or in my side problem. Okay.
It's my size problem, sir.
Okay. Is there anyone who didn't understand the generation of the special matrix up to now? Anyone? If you have any question, please don't feel shy. Okay, there are a lot of things maybe I don't know, I want to learn from you, because it's a like the open source, isn't it? It's not possible for me to learn all of the feature of the MATLAB, isn't it?
So I had a question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, the magic matrix that you've just shown us, it gives us the same sum of the values of rows or columns or diagonals. So this sum m gives us the values of the, you said rows, sir, right?
Yes.
Sir, what if I wanted to see the values of the diagonals of the columns? Sum of the values of diagonals of columns.
Diagonals of the columns. So actually, this particular comment, actually, I just like I have to see what is the way to do the sum. Maybe we have to extract the diagonal and then do the sum. Actually, I don't actually explore that particular comment. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
34. But if you just place m comma 2, that will create the sum column wise. Okay. But actually, I didn't explore the sum along the diagonals. So Rubil, do you know the sum across the diagonal? Common for sum across the diagonal?
No.
So then we will just construct a matrix with the diagonals of the given matrix and then sum it.
Yes. The thing is that, yes, if you just do the element wise multiplication with an I matrix, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes.
5 by 5 I matrix, then what will happen? It will generate the diagonal matrix. So then if you do the sum of the diagonal matrix, you will see that the like it's not only row or sum, it's total sum of the diagonal matrix. You will see that this sum will be same. Should I show you here now?
Sir, I think I know how to calculate the diagonal.
Yes, please. Can you share it with us?
There is a command called trace. If you give trace of m, it will give you the sum of the diagonal.
Spelling, please.
TRAC.
TRAC.
CE.
Okay, trace. Okay. Display. Okay, it says that. Okay, let's run that. So I think it's not the diagonal wise sum, isn't it?
Sir, I got the answer in my MATLAB. I don't know what is happening here.
So the thing is that is it? I believe it's a row wise sum. Still, I think after m there may be some comment. Okay, let me see help. Okay, let's do it together.
Trace function finds the diagonal sum.
Yes, sir. Trace function.
Okay, there's another factor. The thing is that yes, the diagonal sum. Then another thing is written, eigenvalue of the matrix A. Okay, so you have to be careful about that as well. Okay, so okay, let's see the documentation. Okay, okay. It's show the diagonal sum. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's okay, but in case of like the live editor, actually, I don't know why it's show like this way. Actually, I don't know. Okay, what is the problem here? Is it okay? But
Yes, yes, sir.
if you run it in the like the command window, actually you will get the trace m will give the diagonal wise sum. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So is there any more question about the like you can see that we are actually learning another new thing, that is a trace m. Okay, so that will give us the diagonal wise sum. So this is a vast, like there are a lot of built-in function. Actually, it's not possible for like a single person to know all of them, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any more question, or we'll move forward?
No question, sir.
Yes.
You can move forward. No question.
Thank you. So like the basic operation. So you know that if you write the size of the matrix, so you know that this will be why it is written that the undetermined function x, because this line hasn't been executed. So I have to execute this line. And then if I rerun this line, so you know that the size of x will return me the
Yes, sir.
because this is an, what is the dimension, 3/4 matrix, isn't it? This is a 3/4 matrix. So actually size of x will return me the 3/3. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So you know that this is a like the function, the size of x will return you the 3 and 4. Now if I want to access the value of the that matrix of row 3 column 2, you know that if I run this one, so I can access that one. And if I want to replace, I just have to write this one in the left side and replace this value. You can see that if I run this command, that 3 to value has been replaced with 20. Is it okay? So these are very simple operation. Okay, you will go through it. I think it's not a very difficult one. Okay, now there are several operations like the you know that in case of matrix there are several operations like the addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So so what is the rule for the matrix addition and subtraction? Okay, 34 is okay. What is the next ID? 35.
Sir, it's 48, sir.
48. Okay, 48. Yes. So what is the rule for general rule for matrix addition and subtraction?
Sir, the dimension should be same for both of the matrix, sir.
Okay, and in case of matrix like the division and not only the division, like the multiplication.
Sir, the multiplication rule is the first. In order we multiply like A into multiplication of matrix B, then the first matrix column should be equal to the
row of the second matrix.
Yes, sir. And for the division, sir, I think, sir, both columns should be matched, same size.
Okay. So is it okay to all of you? So if we execute this one, you know that we are creating two matrices. One is the matrix of 1s, another one is the matrix of 2. So this is the x and y. So you know that the scalar, in case of scalar subtraction, you just need to do, if you are writing y minus 1, that will subtract the 1 from each of the element of the y, isn't it? This is the scalar subtraction, isn't it?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is not the matrix. Okay. Now, in case of matrix addition, you know that the if I run this whole line, so why say like this way? You know that the running segment that is the reason. So now if I say, can anyone tell me what is the fault here? What is the fault here? Why it says that the matrix dimension should agree?
Sir.
Why it's written there?
Sir, is it that the previous X that you
Yes, it has
execute?
the 3 and 4 dimension.
Yes.
Okay, so that is the reason. So actually, I am very sorry about my mouse. Actually, it's doing the double clicking. Okay, so you can see that now it's uh, executing, isn't it? So,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
so you can see that your matrix dimension should be same. Okay. So similarly, if you do the subtraction, your the dimension should be same. In case of multiplication, I think already 48 explained your inner dimension, or you can say that the row of the column of the first matrix should be equal to the row of the second matrix. In case of
Multiplication.
matrix multiplication. In case of matrix division, the same rule will be there. So you can see that this will be. So here you can see that automatically you know the machine epsilon like in the numerical method. So if your value is lower than that, actually it will display 0. Is it okay? Okay. Now about the element-wise multiplication.
Yes, sir.
What is the like the constant for the element-wise multiplication?
Sir, in element-wise multiplication, sir, it is the mainly for both of the sides should be same. Sir, the
Yes.
both matrix should be
So like
same.
it's the like addition and subtraction. Element
Yes,
wise
sir.
means the you know that this element should be multiplied with this element will be multiplied with this element. So actually it will do the element wise operation. So so the dimension of the two matrix should be same. Otherwise the element wise operation will not be possible.
Possible, yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So same as the element wise division, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Same is true for
Same
the
goes for division.
element-wise division. Okay, so okay, I'll run this one later. So you can see that the now creating the vector. You know that creating the row vector is very easy if I run the clone operator, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
If I run the clone operator, you can see that I'm creating a vector. Okay.
Vector.
So so now if I didn't put anything for the increment, so it will automatically consider 1. Now I am putting the 0.5, so you will see that this will be generated with.
Sir, from 1 to 5 by increment of 0.5.
Okay. Okay. Now if I run this one, what will happen?
Sir, if I use lean space,
Yes, lean space.
sir,
So what is the difference between the clone operator and lean space? This is my question.
Sir, it will be, sir, the lean space will divide from 1 to 10 by equally spaced, sir. And if
in case of V, like the previous one, in case of clone operator, actually this is also an even space.
Sir, it is because it is determined as 0.5, sir. But in lean space, it will automatically determine a value from 1 to 10.
Okay. Let's do something. So I believe you already remember that your age.
Isn't it 1 to 5?
Okay. Let me just discuss. Okay. If it is age, you remember the h is the horizontal increment, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And then it is equal to what? B
Sir,
minus A divided by
n, sir. N number of segments.
So h means horizontal
increment.
And n is the
sir number of segments, sir.
Number of segments. Okay, now here you can see that there are two variables. Why? Because B, that means the upper limit, and A is the lower limit. They are already defined, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So now, if you give some value for the H, your N should be determined. Like in this case, you don't know your N, isn't it? In case of clone operator, do you know your N, number of segment? Like if I write 1 to 5, do you know the number of segment? You have to write the size of this one, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you need to see the size of this one. This is called the, so that means you are defining your H. Here your H is 1, but your N is unknown. So you have to determine with another thing. So this is
Yes,
one
sir.
way to defining the vector. Another one is that in case of linear space, what you are defining 10 number of segment. That means you are defining the N and your H is unknown, isn't it? You have to
Yes, sir.
see your like the, if your X2 minus X1, isn't it? That will give you the size of the.
Yes, sir. There's a the space between each intervals. It will be determined by the function.
So you can see that the same you know this formula. I think all of you know this formula pretty well, isn't it? So this is the as this formula has two unknowns, so you have to define one and you have to calculate other. So in linear space, you are actually defining N, and in the clone operator, actually you are defining the H. Is it okay to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Like, is there any question? Because this is the common question we can ask during the Viva or something like that. What is the difference between the linear space and clone operator? Is there any question? If not, then we can move forward. Okay, so you can see that if I execute this line, you can see that the here now you don't know, you have to subtract between these two to get the H, isn't it?
Exactly, sir. Yes.
Okay. So now another thing is that the creating the vector from the matrix, you know that the so this will generate a magic matrix of 5 into 5. So if I write the 3 comma clone, what will it generate?
Sir. Okay.
It will create a.
Sir, it will create a 5 by 5 matrix, sir. But it.
Then if I execute the next line, what will it create?
Sir, exactly, sir. I don't understand.
Okay, is there anyone who can help me?
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
can.
it will.
Yes, sir. It will take the third row and
Third column, third row.
all the columns.
Third row, it will actually create the, so the actually like the 48, let me assist you. Actually here in case of row, you know that the first bracket is used for accessing some values. So as we are using the third bracket, that means we are actually want to access or extract some value. So so you know that in the first it has two arguments. So they are separated by columns. The first argument is the row, second argument is the column. So we are keeping the row fixed and we are giving the column variable, isn't it? So what it will extract? It will extract all the third row. You can see here, it will extract the, so what will be the result? The result will be 4, 6, 13, 20 and 26 to 22. So you can see that it is extracting the
third row, sir.
Third row. So similarly, what will it extract?
So it will extract the third column, sir.
Third column. Okay, very good. Now this is the way you can create the vector from the matrix. Okay, now actually from the vector you can also generate the matrix. Here we are defining the vector 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now if I put using the colon, you can see that the A matrix will be generated. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
A matrix will be generated. You can see that if you run this function, a matrix will be generated. Is it okay? With the first row with the first vector, second row with the second vector, third row with the third vector. So up to now, is there any question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Now about the function in the MATLAB. Okay, so you know that we are using a lot of function in the MATLAB. You know that the size is a function. Like one of your friend teach us how to like the with the sum of the diagonal wise. So that is a trace is another function. So you know that there are several building function in the MATLAB. Okay. So here for you, there we are doing some demonstration. We are actually taking a x from minus pi to pi, and we are actually plot using the cos x. So you know that this is the function we are actually plotting. So this is cos is a building function. Similarly, you can see the sin x, tan x, a sine, that means arc sin x. So these all are functions. So actually, the if there is some function, we will use that. Okay. Now, say for example, we need why we need the user-defined function. I think I will just ask you. Then, if you don't give the answer, then I will just give the answer. Okay, not 48. Okay, thank you 48. I want next
Thank you,
ID. Okay, next ID, please.
Sir,
Sir,
88.
Sir,
I had a question before.
Okay, please.
So what is a sin x or arc? What is the actual definition of arc sin x or arc tan x?
So arc is another function. Okay, so it's not normal sin x function. Okay, so let me see.
A sin x is inverse, right, sir?
Yes,
Inverse.
inverse of the. Okay, so. Okay, so this is an inverse of sin x, or you can see that the inverse function is not like the like you are if you are doing the matrix inverse and normal inverse, they are not same, isn't it? So likely sin inverse x, this is not same as the sin x with inverse function. Okay, so actually I think you need to like the I will just demonstrate this one to you later on. Okay, 87 asks me the question, isn't it?
34. So
34 asks me the question. Okay, so so the thing is that like this is how to find the inverse of the sine function. Is it okay? For now, just understand this one. We will later. I will just demonstrate something to you. Okay? Is it okay? Okay, this is the inverse. Like the you know that the inverse of the matrix or something like that. So this arc function will give you the inverse of the matrix. Sorry, the sine function. Is it okay?
yes, sir.
Okay. So so what is the purpose? 87. What is the purpose of the user-defined function? So
sir,
yes.
if we need some custom function to do some custom works according to our needs, then we do this user-defined function.
Yes, but the thing is that we can write the code simply. If,
So easy to access.
so like if it is a repetitive function, isn't it? If it is a repetitive function, then we are actually defined using the user-defined function, isn't it?
Oh, yes, sir.
Like I need to say, for example, here you can see that we are using two functions. One is the average. So you know that the average or mean there is already depend, but for your demonstration, we are actually using the average underscore and add subtract. Like if you are giving two number, it will give the output addition, both the addition and subtraction. Okay, so
Yes.
this is the add and subtract. Okay, so
Yes.
so say for example, I need this throughout like the 20 to 50 times or more repeatedly. I need this function, so it will be very troublesome for me to write this code every time. Okay,
Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir.
see, so
Function
that
following.
yes, so that means I will just define a function, and when I need that, I just call that function. Okay,
Yes, yes, sir.
so it will reduce the redundancy in the code. Is it
Yes,
okay? As well
yes,
as it will increase the readability of the code. Like that, you can it will increase the readability. People will understand. So yes, you need to use that function. So this is the purpose of the user-defined function. Okay.
Yes.
Is it clear? So
Yes, sir.
every time you will call the function, it will actually go to the m file of that function. Okay. So here you can see that we are actually doing the add and subtract. So if I run this one, you can see that it will do the addition and subtraction. Okay. So there are some rules. The rules is that here you can see that there are the rules or syntax of the user-defined function. You have to first write the function. So keyword function, it will it will tell the MATLAB that this is a function that will be defined. Okay. Then the you have to then the function then that will be followed by the output argument. So what will be the output? The function will display it to you. Okay, and then your name of the function, and then there will be the input argument. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
And another big thing is that you have to save your M file with the name of the function. Like you can see that I'm writing the open. So here you can see that the my M file is also created with the add
Add
sub.
sub. Yes, sir.
Okay. So as I am using the live script, so that is why this is the
ML.
LX format. Okay, MLX format. Okay. So you know that the dot M is your
Dot M.
M file,
Yes.
and that MLX, that means live file.
Live
Okay,
script. Yes.
live script. So you can see that this is the same way. So I have to save the file with the name of the function. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the use of the user-defined function. I think you all know about the user-defined function a lot. Just a brief about overview about the syntax, because you know that maybe you need to use this a lot number of time. Okay.
Yes.
So okay, then the flow control. So thank you, 87. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then 88. 88 already give a lot of answer. Okay. 88. Okay, so I think you don't need to participate. Okay, you are actually will be very active in here. So okay, next ID 89. 89 is here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So 89.
Yes,
so
sir.
flow control means actually the flow control means you know that the sometimes you have to check the condition whether it's like the you have to check some condition if with the if else, like you need to run the for loop, okay, for 10 times 20 times. So these are called the flow controls. Okay, and for flow controls you need some relational operator, some logical operator. Is it okay? So let's dive into the flow control. Okay, you know that the if I run this segment of the for loop, what will it display?
It will display, sir, from 1 to 10, sir.
1 to 10. Like I can write that the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, but this will be a troublesome work, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So here we are using for loop to print,
repeat the same command, isn't it? To repeat the or to execute the same command with a precise amount of time, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So actually, we can also use the while loop for same purpose as well, isn't it? But in case of while loop, you know that the argument will be checked first. So you have to define your I. Argument will be checked first. Then you have to what you have to do. You have to display your output. You have to increment it, and this is the same function, isn't it? These two will display the same thing.
Yes, same. Yes.
These two will display the same thing. Okay. And now about mode flow control. Okay, so what about now I'm incorporating inside the for loop, I'm incorporating some if else condition. Okay, so what will it display? The line 56 to 61, what will this block of code will display? Can you tell me?
Yes, sir. It will find the reminder. So I when it starts from 1, it will find the reminder of 1.
Remainder of 1
and divided by 2. If the remainder is like say if it 1 divided by 2, if the remainder is 0, then it will display I. If not, then it will end the loop, sir.
Is it true?
Function will
the opposite will be
print all the
not
even
equals
numbers
0.
from 1 to 10.
Actually, it will print the odd number from 1 to 10.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Why?
sir.
Because it will first check whether this is not equal to 0. Like in case of odd, the divided by 2 will not be equal to 0. There will be some remainder, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
so this will just display the odd number. And 89, it will not flow the like the break the loop. You can see that later I am just using the break condition. Is it okay? So I'm now defining an infinite loop. Sometimes you know that you need some interruption, isn't it? Sometimes you need to run your for loop for an infinite number of time, and you are waiting for some signals. Is it okay? For interruption, so you have to use the break condition, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So this is an infinite loop. I am showing you the infinite loop with a break condition. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So so when the I will be greater than 10, the loop will be break. Or you can put some argument like you want a 0 from the user. You are taking some value from the user, infinite number of time. When he will put the 0, you will break the loop. Is it okay?
Yes.
Like that the in call center, you are if you are actually there say that press 1, press 2, and for in the call press this button. Okay, so actually actually it is checking like the through the keys you are pushing there, isn't it? So that means if you get the 0, otherwise this will be an infinite call, isn't it?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes. So the break condition is to break a loop from an infinite run, okay, or from a particular run, okay. So in case of not infinite loop, you can also use the break function if you have some particular argument, okay. So is there any question before the loop? Like I'm studying the plotting. Before the plotting, is there any question?
No, sir.
No. Are you feel bored, everyone, or is it okay? Like I'm just discussing the repeated thing. Maybe you feel bored, isn't it? Like I
Yes,
believe
sir.
most of you know this stuff.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So am I repeating too much?
No, sir, but you can go quickly. No problem.
Okay. So now about the 89. Thank you for participating. So the next ID is 91 or 92 or 90.
Yes, sir. 91.
91. Yes. Guys, how are you?
Yes, sir. Alhamdulillah. Now, sir, I'm fine.
So what about your family condition? It's okay now?
Yes, sir. Everyone is okay.
Everyone is safe, alhamdulillah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now about the plotting, that the okay, so about this plotting, okay, here we are using the linear space, and then we are using the sin x function, and then I am writing the plot y. So so will it plot, because that the plot has two functions, plot x comma y. Just I am writing the plot y. Will it plot, guys?
Sir, yes, I think it will plot.
And then what will be the other argument, because plot needs two arguments.
Sir, the other argument.
Like it will plot against whom? Because you can only plot 1D. Actually, it will create a 1D plot. No, it will create a 2D plot. Because plot is a 2D function. Plot always create a 2D function. But what will happen here? So what will be your other axis? You are putting y is in one axis. So what will be the other axis? Guys, can you give the answer?
Sorry, sir, I'm not clear.
Is there anyone who can give the answer precisely?
So the other axis will be index value of the y.
Index value of the y. So if you just plot y, actually it will plot against the index. You can see that. So this is your y value, isn't it? So this is the what will be the index? So if I write the index is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, isn't it? So it will have the index, because in the MATLAB the index start from 1, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So here you can see that the against 1 the 0 is plotted. For 2 the value is 0.6428, isn't it? Yes or no?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. For 3 actually this is 0.9848. So actually it's plot against the index, and if you plot xy, so actually that it will plot against the value of x. So what is the constant for plotting x and y? Guys, there is some constant, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the constraint? There are some rules. If you want to plot x comma y, there is some rules. What is that rule? Or that condition must be satisfied. What is that condition?
Sir, there should be maintained a definite ratio, constant, I think.
Not definite ratio. Actually, the dimension of x and y should be same.
Yes,
Is it
sir.
okay? Otherwise, the plot cannot be done. Is it okay? Because
sir.
it will do the cross mapping between the index. So if the index of x and index of y is not same, so actually you have the index mismatch. Is it okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. The length of x and y should be
Should be
same.
same. Why? Because you need to do the cross matching of the index, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Otherwise,
Yes.
how you can do the mapping? Okay, it's okay. So and then guys, about this command, if you execute this one, so what will happen?
Sir, this command.
Yes, the 74 line 74.
Sir, the interval will be k, I think. Or
Is there anyone who wants to give the answer?
Sorry,
It will change the line color.
So it will be black and dotted line.
And K is for black and
K is for, okay. The thing is that after x and y, the first argument is for color. Here we are using the K for, that means for black color, isn't it? If I use the B, that will be blue color. If I use the R, that is for the red color. If I use the C, that will be the for the cyan color, isn't it? You can
Yes,
see
sir.
the in the MATLAB. Next one is the marker, isn't it? In the each point, it will plot the point marker, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
marker.
And the next one is the line style.
Line.
Is it okay, guys? Now
Yes, sir.
I think your memory has been refreshed, isn't it?
Yes, sir. K is for color. The dot is for the marker, and the hyphen is for lines.
Line style, okay? Okay, now about the subplotting. Is it okay to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It is okay, sir.
The thing is that I can run and you can see that this is for the marker, this is for the line style, and you can see that this is a black color.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so about the subplotting. Okay. So, okay, for subplotting, before this one, I want to show you this one. Is it visible to all of you? My right side of the
Sir, if you
screen?
could zoom in, it will be better, sir.
Okay.
Yes, a little bit zoom, sir.
Okay. So here I am using the subplot. Don't look at the other function. Actually, you look at the subplot. Actually, we are now talking about the subplot. Okay, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So here we are actually drawing 2 Hz signal, 4 Hz signal, and the sum of the 2 sine signal. Okay, that
Yes,
means
sir.
sum of the 2 Hz and 4 Hz. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
here what we are doing? We are doing the subplotting. So what is the purpose of the subplotting?
Yes, sir. It performs multiple plots in one figure.
One single.
So that means actually it will divide the plot into. Okay, so what is the first argument of the plot?
So row,
Subplot.
number
The
of
row.
rows,
Second argument is,
column,
and the third argument is the
first
position. So that means if this is my figure, okay, so it will draw in the 3 rows and number of column is single column. Okay, so I am saying that for my subplot, plot it here, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
For this command, I say that the plot it here in this position. Then I say that the 3, 1, 2. That means plot it here, and 3, 1, 3. That means plot it here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, if you don't have any question, if you understand this whole thing, okay. Now, guys, please give me the answer of this one. So here, what will be done in the subplot?
Sir, didn't understand the question.
So
What will?
like I say that this subplot will generate the figure like this way, isn't it? It will divide it in the 3 rows. First row will be the 2 Hz, second row will be the 4 Hz, and the third row will be the summation. So now instead of this one, if I do this subplotting, so what will be done?
Sir, The initial position will be 2.
Initial position. Is there anyone who can like the say what will be the output of this one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, 15. 115.
Sir, it will divide the plot figure into 4 different section, and at the first section it will plot the figure.
Plot the 2 Hz figure, and in the second plot it will plot the
second place of that.
That means the 4 Hz signal will be plotted in the
Yes, sir.
second phase. Like if I have this type of, okay, let me clear this one. So now my command is 2 2, isn't it? So that
Yes,
means
sir.
this will create like this way. So 2 to 1 means this position.
Yes,
2
sir.
to 2 means this position. 2 to 3 means
Yes, sir.
this position, and 2 to 4 means this position. So
Yes,
now
sir.
I am telling the sign 2 Hz signal to plot here, 4 Hz signal to plot here. So what about the next one?
Sir, in the bottom left.
The next one is plotted in both 3 and 4.
Both 3 and 4.
Yes,
Like
3 and 4 will be merged, sir.
that means there will be
There
no
will be
segment
merged.
this, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yes, sir.
So let's see here. So this feature is known to you, all of you?
Yes, sir. It is known, sir.
Okay. So like if I run this one, you can see I am writing in the left, I am writing I am plotting the 2 Hz, in the right I am plotting the 4 Hz, and in the bottom I am actually doing the sum in the both segment, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now did you ever gone through the like the stem function?
Stem function.
Okay, okay.
Sure.
Before that, hold on. So you know that the feature of hold on. So hold on means actually like if I want to plot in the same figure like the 2 hours and 4 hours in the same figure, like I have to put the hold on. You can see that the first one is the 2 hour signal, second one is the 4 hour signal in the same plot, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So I can do it using the hold on function. Is it known to all of you? I believe it's already, you are already pretty clear about this idea, hold on idea, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
if I want to plot the multiple figure in the same position, I have to use the hold on function.
It will overlap.
It will overlap. Okay. So next one is the stem. So can you tell me the difference between the stem and plot? Have you ever gone through the stem?
Yes, sir.
So yes, please tell me what is the difference between the stem and plot?
Sir, stem is like one-dimensional plot.
Stem is like for sir discrete values, sir. Actually.
Yes.
Discrete time values, sir. Yes, sir.
And plot is for continuous time value?
Continuous type of functions, sir.
No, actually in the MATLAB you know that this is the computer. So computer cannot plot the continuous signal. Both are discrete, but in case of plot, actually you are actually doing the interpolation between the value. Plot is
Yes,
doing
sir.
the interpolation, and the
Stem is not doing, sir.
Stem is not doing the
Interpolation.
interpolation. So I believe all of you are familiar about the interpolation. You know these things, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if I run this piece of code, you can see that. So here you can see these are the same figure, just stem keeping the point as it is, and the plot is doing the interpolation between the points. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So is there any question? Any more question? If not, then we can move. Actually, here you can see that this figure and this figure is different. Why? Because here frequency is used as 5. I'm using the frequency 1. Is it okay? Otherwise, if I use the 5, I will get the same figure. No problem. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then there is another thing is that the triangular wave generation. So there is another building function, that is the sawtooth function. Okay. In the sawtooth function, you have to use, one is called the period, another is called the W, or the width of that function. So this is the format, okay? So 2 pi f t, you know that in case of sine wave, you have to plot the 2 pi f and t. So this is the same way. So this is the building function. If you use the sawtooth function, you can generate the triangular wave, okay? So for more about this one, you can also see the like the help function of this one, sawtooth. So if you write it this way, actually this will generate the triangular wave. Is it okay? Using the
Yes,
sawtooth.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, and the last one is that you can you know that you can actually limit your axis. Like here, your x limit is from 0 to 1. If I use from minus pi to pi, actually your x limit will be extended from minus pi to plus pi. Similarly, if you are writing, if it is already from, okay, it's from 0 to minus 1 to 1. Actually, it's already from minus 1 to 1. If I shifted it from minus 2 to 2, actually it will shift, okay? And if I do it together, the single command is the x limit, y limit, and if I do it together, so that will be the axis. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is the end of I think this class. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you define the sawtooth waves, sir?
Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, so this is the end of your class lecture. Okay, sawtooth wave means in case of sawtooth wave, you have to define your the period of that function, like what will be the extent period of your function, and then you have to use the width. That means how like the sawtooth, you know that the sawtooth is the like the ramp function, isn't it? Actually, you see, it is not an like sawtooth is okay, look like this, isn't it? It's not a triangular function. It's like this function. So this is your rising time, and it will fall sharply, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
93. So so here what we need to do, we need to generate the triangular wave. In case of triangular wave, you have to build this way, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Like it will not fall sharply. You have to do the same falling. So if you like the see the function sawtooth, you can see there are some argument. So you have to change that argument in such a way that you're falling. So halfway of the falling, like the we are saying that the width will be like the falling width will be 0.5. Like after that, actually it will replicate the beforehand. Is it okay?
Yes.
Is it okay? 93.
Yes, sir.
So if you don't understand, please do the searching in the help file, and further that if you don't understand, we will discuss that again. Okay. Just we are giving you some time. Like how many minutes you want to give, Rubiul?
I think if someone do not have any question,
You may leave, and you will go through it. If you have question, you will stay and ask. Okay. Is it okay? We are giving you 10 to 15 minutes. Okay.
and also you can stop recording.
Yes, you can stop recording. 93.